guys, it's June here, and wherever you are around the world, I hope you're staying safe and feeling fabulous. Today I'm going to share with you the books that I intend to read in 2021, so let's get rolling! I hope you guys have had a wonderful Christmas and that you guys are looking forward to 2021. So today I will be sharing with you the books that I intend to read in 2021. Now, some of you may know that I have actually taken the ℍ𝔸ℙ𝕐 challenge in 2020. At this time of recording, today is Christmas Eve, so by the time this goes out, it'll probably be after Christmas. I have done pretty well, although I must say I did not complete the entire challenge, but I think I did about close to probably, I'll say 99%. There may be one or two categories I did not fulfill, but in the overall scheme of things, I think I did pretty good with the ℍ𝔸ℙ𝕐 challenge. Now, it's very tempting to do the 2021 challenge. Seriously, I took a look at the list. It has been released. I'll put the link in the description box below if you guys are interested. And I'm so tempted to do it again. I know I said that I will not be doing it because why put myself through this torture, right? But it's actually quite fun. It wasn't so bad. I thought it was going to be tough, but it really turned out to be pretty okay. And I find that I am, discovering a lot of new authors as well, which is a great thing. But in the pursuit of the challenge, fulfilling, all the books that I need to fulfilling all the criterion that is listed in the challenge, I actually ignored a lot of books that I already have. So what I'm going to do in 2021, I'm going to sort of like keep one eye on the ℍ𝔸ℙ𝕐 challenge and then at the same time attend to the books that I've been ignoring for too long. So for 2021, there are four categories of books that I will focus on, and these are all the books that I currently have in my own collection, and I really should, attend to them because they've been sitting on the shelf for quite some time. Alright, so let's get started. So what is a new year without New Year resolutions and all that? But personally, I feel that you can restart anytime you want, and anytime is a good time to pick up a new habit or do something to improve yourself. So I'm going to start by talking about books for personal development. Okay, I've stacked all my books here. So here we go. The first one, you're gonna love this. Okay, I am going to be reading The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying. Okay, yes, this is the Marie Kondo book. I am trying to be a little bit more mindful of the stuff that I keep accumulating, things that I've been buying. So I'm going to start with this book for 2021 for the personal development category. I am trying to, I don't think I have the courage to say that I will be a minimalist, but I'm moving towards that direction. So I'm more mindful of how much I purchase and, think about whether I really need something or is it a need or a want, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so I'm going to start with this book and hopefully I'll clear up a lot of the stuff that I have accumulated over the years. Some of it I've not even, I even forgotten that I had them in the first place, right? So I'm trying to clear up my house. The books will be the last thing I deal with, I think. I'm gonna keep all my books. Those things I will address later on, but probably things like clothes and knickknacks around the house, those things would be pretty easy to deal with. So I'm gonna start with this one. Alright, so The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying by Marie Kondo. I really like this version because I like all these Japanese minimalist sort of design. If you look really close, I'm not sure if you can see it. Doesn't look like the camera picks it up, but it has these wave design on the page, little loops, if that makes sense. I'll try to take a close-up a photo of this and then I will insert it in so you see what I mean. I like this book. I find that the pages, like you see, I've started reading a little bit and I fell off the wagon somehow, okay? And then it comes with a little, you know, lovely bookmark loop here. Ta-da! Okay, so that's book number 1. And to go with this book, I also got myself this one, The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a... Okay, and this is by Sarah Knight, and I actually bought these 2 books together because I thought they looked fabulous on the shelf, and they did, and they still do. Okay, so these are the 2 books that I bought together, and I think I should read them together as well. So, you know, one of the most important things in life that I discovered, and especially after you know, a lot of stuff that's been happening in 2020, I won't go into details now, maybe later on, we'll see how things go, is that, you know, you need to declutter not just things, but also, unfortunately, we need to declutter some people from our lives as well. So I kind of like feel that moving forward, that's where I want to go. I want to just keep positive energy around me as much as possible. And yeah, and do good stuff, do you know what I mean? So yeah, so these 2 books, they sort of complement each other, even in the color scheme, as you can see. Both means cleaning up, tidying up, and yeah, so you need to clean up not just your physical things, but also like your emotional and your mental being as well. You know, a lot of those things need to be decluttered as well, so that we can tackle 2021 with positivity, strength. Okay, so these 2 books are for personal development. The third one, okay, no surprises, if you guys follow me on Instagram, and please do, yep, check me out on Facebook or Instagram. The handle is @WriteOnCourse. Okay, so this is the other book. I have been kind of like trying out bullet journaling. I love journals, you know. I think you guys know that I have like quite a lot of journals. I mean, more than enough to track everything in my life. So I am going to be reading The Bullet Journal Method by writer Carol. I have seen his videos on YouTube. I find that his approach really makes sense, and I use it in combination with the Pomodoro technique. If you guys don't know what the Pomodoro technique is, you set your, you know, when you start work, you work in blocks of 25 minutes and with 5 minutes break after each block of 25, and after the 4th block you get like a 15-minute break or something like that. Okay, but it really depends. I mean, like some of you may be able to focus a little bit longer, but I find that this ratio, 25 minutes and then plus 5 minutes, a 5-minute break, that works really well for me, and I think that's the original method. So do check it out. I find that using that technique along with the bullet journaling to just organize the stuff that I need to get done in a day, I find that it's very motivating, and I feel that I have been able to accomplish a lot. But don't be too hard on yourself, because sometimes I am very disciplined and I can follow through, and there are days when I just completely, like, the schedule is just ignored. Okay, but at least you have something that you can turn to, and it keeps you accountable. So I highly recommend the Pomodoro technique along with the bullet journal method here. So this book is by writer Carol. I like this book because, you know, I love hardcover books. Okay, I know some people prefer paperback, but for me, I love hardcover books. And yeah, so these 3 books kind of give me the vibe, you know, a renewed energy, if you know what I mean. And so I'm really looking forward to that. Now this one, okay, this is Happy Money. Ooh, is it? Yeah, okay, there you go. This is Happy Money by Ken Honda, The Japanese Art of Making Peace with Your Money. This book was recommended to me by my friend Anthony of Booktique. You guys know that I support my friend Anthony and his pop-up store and his online store. So if you guys would like to support him, do check out his website. I'll put the link in the description box below. So he said that this is a really good book to read. I personally am not very good with my money. I'll be honest about that. I think I spend too much. Although I've probably have gotten better over the years, but I'm not somebody who is a financial whiz or, you know, a person who knows how to invest and all that kind of thing. I know it sounds pretty scary, but I'm pretty certain I'm not the only one. But having said that, so I feel that maybe this book will, you know, help me deal with my money situation better. So happy money. Let me just read very quickly. Look, I did not even know this, and you know, the way everything just falls into place. And it says, what Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up did for your living space, Ken Honda's Happy Money will do for your wallet. So there you go. There is that link, like all together right now. I can feel that everything is aligning and falling into place, so that's wonderful. So these are the 4 books that is in my personal development category. I feel that you know, we can always learn no matter how old you are. It's never too late to pick up something new and you know, improve on the way that you've been doing things. Okay, so the next category that I will go into would be the classic category, the classics category. Now on to the second category of books. Now these books are classics, okay? I've selected 3 which I want to finish in 2021. Of course, if I finish them way ahead of time, I will pick more to read. The first one will be ℍ𝔸ℙ𝕐, The Great Gatsby. There is a book club discussion that's coming up in January, and they will be talking about The Great Gatsby. So that's why I'm picking this to read first, so that I will be ready for my book club discussion. Second book is Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. Actually, my plan was to read one big Russian lit book per year. Now, I've already finished War and Peace. I think I finished that in 2019, I think, or before that, I don't know. Well, I forgot. Anyway, I've read War and Peace. I did enjoy it actually, guys. It took me about 9 months to finish it, but yes, I enjoyed it very much. Okay, no, that would be a lie. I did enjoy it, but maybe not very, very super much, because the parts about the war, like I got a bit bored, okay? But then again, it won't be War and Peace without the war bits in the book, right? Okay, but having said that, like, I did enjoy the story. It wasn't really painful or boring. I did not find that it dragged on too long and all that kind of thing. I actually did enjoy War and Peace. So for 2021, I will be reading Crime and Punishment. This is my copy here. Okay, so if you guys are reading, if you guys want to buddy read with me, let me know. We can do this together, guys. I think the Russian lit category, I should maybe have a Russian lit category, but then again, may not be able to commit to all that, too many books at one go, so I'll probably just lump this with the classics category. But the intent is to try to read one mega Russian lit book a year. So this is the second one, right? So yeah, the third classic that I want to read, and this has been sitting on my shelf for some time. I got this from my brother-in-law, okay, in Melbourne. I really want to read this one, The Quiet American. I believe I've seen the movie, and but I want to read the book, so I've selected this as well. I don't think this would take too long because it's quite a thin book, but I want to read this. You know, even usually I don't want to read the book after I've seen the movie, but in this case I want to. The third category of books is fiction, so general fiction. The first book that I have selected for 2021 is The Concubine's Child, okay, by Carol Jones. Okay, you know, I've wrapped it up in a plastic to protect it, okay? So it's finally coming out of its shell. I will be reading this in 2021. I absolutely love this cover. It is gorgeous, don't you think? Maybe I should get a cheongsam in green as well for Chinese New Year, just to match this book. This is lovely. So I will be reading this, and I've selected 2 books, which is, the first is The Concubine's Child by Carol Jones. The second one is Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zusak, okay? These 2 books are pretty thick, so I've only chosen 2, mainly because you know, with the fiction category, it's really not a problem. I believe, you know, I have a lot of options once I finish with this 2, but I just wanted to be sure that I finish this 2 in 2021. I'm also making room for all the singlet books that might come my way throughout the year as well. So, and I want to, you know, be able to have time to read those sort of like new releases. So my commitment to fiction is may only be 2 books, but I mean for 2021 for a must read. But of course there'll be like stuff coming in along the way which I will read. Now for the final category, let me just bring this stack of books over. For the final category will be books that are not in English that I intend to read, or like I will like make sure I read them for 2021. So I'll start with, of course, this book, which is Don Camillo. Okay, this book is by Giovannino Guareschi. Okay, and yeah, there you go. I am buddy reading this with a friend of mine from Instagram, and yeah, it is a lot more tougher than I thought. Okay, perhaps my Italian ain't that great yet, okay, but I'm working on it, So this is the book that I will be reading for 2021 for in Italian, okay. Now for French, I will be reading Trois hommes dans un bateau. Okay, so this is a 3 men in a boat. You know, this is an absolute classic, and I got this from a secondhand bookstore in Rouen, which is so beautiful. I will do a feature on that bookstore one of these days once I get the editing done. I got this from Rouen, France, and this book is actually pretty old as well. Let me just check. Okay, it's 1953, right? Oh, it's so cool. Okay, so this would be the book I will be reading. Oh, wow, look, it's got some nice pictures in it as well. There you go. All right, so yeah, so this would be the French book that I must finish in 2021. Okay, along with that, I have selected 2 books in Bahasa, and that would be, the first one is Antara Dua Darjat. I've had this for a long time. I really should read it. And you see it's still sealed. Okay, Antara Dua Darjat is by Dr. Muhammad Abdul Khalid. Okay, I believe this book talks about the economy and the social economic situation in Malaysia, right? So I want to read about this one. And finally, this is Selena by ℍ𝔸ℙ𝕐. ℍ𝔸ℙ𝕐 is a highly respected author, writer in Malaysia, and this is one of his many books, and this is an absolute classic. I've been meaning to read it, but 2021 will be the year I will read this. This book is, I got this from Gerak Budaya in Petaling Jaya, guys. I also encourage you guys who are in Malaysia or anywhere around the world to support this independent bookstore. I will put the details in the description box below. I got this book from there, and I'm really looking forward to read this. So there you have it. I have already shown you all the books that, well, I must finish in 2021 in all the different categories. Okay, so what are you guys planning to read in 2021? Are you setting up any reading goals or taking up any reading challenges? Well, like I said, I will be keeping one eye on the Pop Sugar Challenge, because I do find that it forces you to look outside, you know, your usual genre and the usual authors that you tend to gravitate towards. So that's a good thing about taking up the challenge. And I really, I was like so determined, like, you know what, I'm not doing any challenge, because it was like, I'm like stressed out trying to meet the criterion, and then I want to read all the other stuff that's been sitting on my shelf for so long. But, in the end, I did manage to do pretty well with the challenge, although not completely finished. Well, it's Christmas Eve today, so maybe I still have about a week more to try to complete everything, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, do share with me what are your reading goals for 2021, and are you going to also separate your reading goals into categories like mine? I find that helps me to pick the books as well. Otherwise, I would just stick to reading a lot of fiction and, little much of other categories. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn the notification bell on so you do not miss out on anything. Alright, until I see you again, remember to be kind and be brave. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye.